Hey everybody, it's Rob Anderson here with DollarMoves. I'd like to welcome you all to another video. The video today is actually one where, I had said in a previous video that I am putting out my videos on every Sunday. And so, obviously this is not Sunday. So, anyway, the reason that I am putting out this video really isn't about FBA so much as, when I started this channel and I started the whole thing, I started out my new business because the business I still have in the RV industry, when things went bad in the economy, it was almost like it went from just go, gangbusters, super work, to hitting a wall, to having almost, no work and, really having to try. And basically, in that instance, I had all my eggs in one basket. So I didn't want to have the same thing happen again when I started my Amazon business. So I started my Amazon business, and I had some other ideas. I was going to do the storage auction or storage unit auctions. I wanted to do Kindle books, writing Kindle books, and just so I could, have variety and have different things that I could do in case something went bad, or if for whatever reason. Just basically, I didn't want to be in the same situation that I was in before, where I'd put all this time, all this effort, all this money into one thing, and it kind of stopped, and all of a sudden I was just standing there going, oh wow, what do I do now? So anyway, when I was going along, I decided, I had some people asking me some questions online about the FBA thing and the scanner and the stuff like that, and I thought, why don't I go ahead and start this YouTube channel and help out people and tell them how to do it. So basically, this is an income stream for me where I can, I purchased all the equipment to make the videos and the software, and taught myself how to edit videos and do the YouTube thing and all that, and I decided to do that so I could invest there to where I would be getting revenue back for affiliate programs that I affiliate myself with, for programs that I've either done in the past that have given me success, or programs that I see that that I can pass on to you and that I know that are good, that could give you benefit to your business and help you succeed. So those are things. And then also, I've affiliate with Amazon. The product link's down below. When I say, hey, this is my scale that I use, and I give a link to the Amazon link, I get a small amount each time. So basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make streams of income. And I don't know if you guys have noticed recently, well, again, and I'm learning right now, for instance, I'm going through a couple courses that my Amazon business purchased for me that's as a write-off, that are about writing Kindle books. So I'm in the middle of that right now. But anyway, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't had ads on my videos lately. And now, again, this is not an FBA this is not about FBA per se, but there will be a part after I tell my story here about what's going on. It has to do with Google AdSense, but I'll put a little thing down below where to put it to take it back to the whole idea of, I'll end up this video with not putting all your eggs in one basket. But anyway, so let me start off with, when I started this YouTube channel in November of 2011, I signed up with YouTube. I decided, I'm going to do this thing. I made a video. I started making videos. I purchased a bunch of camera equipment and stuff, and I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and do this thing, and I think it's going to work. I don't know. I wasn't sure, but I was willing to invest in myself and in the future and see if I could do this thing. And so I signed up with Google AdSense, which is they put all the videos, or all of the ads in the videos at the bottom, or an ad before a video or whatever, and then that's the only way that you could sign up to become a YouTube partner. And so I did both of those things, like November, just bam, bam. So I signed up with Google AdSense and I signed up with YouTube. Super stoked, things were cool, right on. So I had no idea how that paid out or how any of that worked, but I was stoked that I was putting ads up on my videos, and so, something was probably going to come of it. Well, come down to it, and it ended up being let's see, July 26th, I finally got, because you have to get X amount of dollars. You're not supposed to talk about the amount you make. So you have to hit a certain threshold before you actually get your first payment. So all the way from November until July 26th, it took that long for me with all the videos that I'd put up to that point to make to get a first payment from Google AdSense. And I was stoked. I mean, I hadn't really even thought about it because it was something that was so small. I'd see a couple pennies here and there, each day or whatever. It was not a big number at all, and I didn't really put much thought into it because it was like, if I just put up good content and good videos, eventually if I have a large enough amount of videos and I get the small amount of views per video per day, it's going to add up to quite a few dollars. That was my plan. So anyway, got my first payment July 26th, and things were rocking and rolling. I got these authors that asked me to make videos for them, reviews about their books and different stuff like that. They put me in their newsletters and sent me out to all of their viewers and their customers, and put me on their websites, and I was totally honored, super stoked. And so I was getting a lot of views. I was getting a lot of subscribers that were coming to my channel and subscribing and watching, and I would get these big spikes of views, especially when, like Nathan Holmquist put me in newsletters a couple times. Cynthia Stein did the same thing. J.B. Mollick, all these people. Well, on August the 22nd, I woke up one morning. I got to tell you, I have my cell phone that stays like on my bedstand, charging at night. And sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I do check my email to see if I've sold anything on Amazon. Okay, I'm guilty, whatever. But anyway, so I wake up one morning and it was like super early, and I look at my cell phone and I saw I had an email, so I checked my email and it said my Google AdSense account was disabled. And I was like, oh, what? I kind of looked at it, just looking a little bit, and I'm like, someone's fishing. They're trying to get my information, and this is a bunch of crap. I'll deal with it when I wake up. So I wake up, and on Google AdSense, you can go in there and type in, just like you can with your Amazon account. You can type in, look at your orders, and see how you're doing for the day, how many orders you've done, how much money you've made, all that stuff. Google AdSense is the same way. You can go on there, see how much money you've made that day. Well, so I kind of would do the same thing on Google AdSense and see like how much money I'm making that day or whatever. And they always seem to coincide. Like when I would get a big spike from an author putting me in a newsletter or putting me on their website or whatever, and get a lot of views on videos, my Google AdSense would go up. So I was like, cool, this is going to work out pretty good. Well, I was just about to get my second payment actually from July 26th until probably, I was guessing, the end of August. I would have got my next payment. And so I got up the next day and I took a look and I reread it, and it's like it's telling me that let's see here, that they demonstrate behavior. For this reason, we sometimes have to take action against accounts that demonstrate behavior toward users or advertisers that may negatively affect how the ecosystem is perceived. In your case, we've detected invalid activity on your site and your account has been disabled. So they just disable you. You get no, I had no idea of anything. I don't know. I just signed on to my account the next day I was actually going to go and email them that I had been phished. Like someone got my email and was trying to do that. But as soon as I went to sign on my Google AdSense account, it says your account has been disabled. Check your email. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like I've never done anything with this but try and put out great content and videos. And so anyway, so it's, you try and figure out what the problem is. It says, we're limited in the amount of information we can provide about your specific violation. We understand this can be frustrating for you, but we've taken these precautionary measures because intentional violators can use the information to circumvent our detection system. So not only do they give you no warning, but they cut you off and then they say, we're not even going to tell you why. So I'm like, okay, crud. Well, I don't even know. I mean, I'd never even looked into this whole thing. And then I looked down and it says, okay, well, you can, if you're willing to comply with the AdSense program policies, we offer an appeal process. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I can just tell you that, I've had these authors and different stuff, and, my YouTube channel is getting bigger, and as I get more views on certain things, I'm getting spikes in the amounts of money I'm making, and, and everything would be A-okay. So August 23rd, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go ahead. I write this out. I write out the whole appeals process, and I'm telling them all this stuff, and this is what's going on. And I'm thinking, no problem. I've done nothing wrong. My family doesn't even, because I read through the AdSense frequently asked questions and their terms of service and all that stuff like twice. And it's like, you can't pay to have clicks on the video, on the advertisements. You can't ask your people to click on the advertisements, and you can look through all my videos. I've never asked you guys to click on any advertisements. You can't have family members clicking on them. You can't click on your own. And I'm like, cool, that's totally fine. Honestly, besides my brother and my cousin who actually found this on his own, my brother knew about my channel, but my cousin found my channel on his own. And besides those two people, my family doesn't even know that I have a YouTube channel, because I'm just trying to get to the people that are looking to do this thing. So I let them know, hey, this is what's going on. I got all these people that are pushing my information and talking about it online, and it's bringing more people in. So I'm like, this is going to be no problem. I email them this. I'm going to do the appeals process, and everything's going to be fine because I've done nothing wrong. So because I read and reread to make sure that there wasn't something like maybe I was doing one thing that they didn't like or something. But I read and reread it, and there's absolutely nothing that I've done. So did the appeal process and got an email back at 3. Let's see, what time was that at? This is crazy. I'm on the West Coast, so it was 3:39 on the West Coast that they sent me back the appeal thing, and which it could be 6 o'clock, 6:39 over on the East Coast, but. It says, thank you for your appeal. We appreciate the additional information you provided as well as your continued interest in the AdSense program. However, after thoroughly re-reviewing your account data and taking feedback into consideration, our specialists have confirmed that we were unable to reinstate your AdSense account and came to reach a decision on your appeal. Further appeals may not be considered, and you might not receive any further communication from us. Note that AdSense publishers whose accounts are disabled for violations of our terms and conditions are not eligible for further participation in AdSense, and they mean life on that. For this reason, you may not open new accounts. Also, accounts disabled for invalid click activity will receive no further payment nor reissue a previous payment, which that's fine. I don't care about that. Your outstanding balance and Google's share of the revenue will now be fully refunded back to the affected advertisers. Thank you for your understanding of this matter. But this is the one thing that really stood out. It says, we understand that you may want more information about your account activity. However, because we have a need to protect our proprietary detection systems, we're unable to provide our publishers with any details about their account activity. So that means basically they disable you. They just tell you that you've done something wrong and you can appeal it, but we are going to tell you what you've done wrong. You can appeal it, and then they send you back a thing and say, well, we've re-looked at it and sorry, too bad, but basically we're not going to tell you why you didn't or why you did or whatever, just nothing. And so after that, see, I hadn't done any research up to that point, and then after that I started looking online, and it's like, this is for life. Once you do Google AdSense, it's like if they decide to cut you off, it's for life. I've always been such a stand-up person when it comes to business dealings that I'm like, I thought for sure this would be a no-brainer. I start looking online, and it's like, you're guilty until proven innocent with these guys, and even when you try to appeal, I found out from what I've looked at online that, a very, 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 very small amount of people are ever able to get their Google AdSense accounts reinstated. So, there have been a few people, so I'm still optimistic about it. I've heard that after a month or whatever, I'm giving it a little time so that maybe I'll do another appeal and see what happens, because I haven't done anything. I just wish I knew what they needed to hear, because I gave them all the truth, and it's like that wasn't enough for them. So, so when I got this information about that it was final and everything was done, it really upset me because, one, I've been on YouTube since 2006. I have another channel, and I've been on YouTube since 2006, and, they started 2006. And two, I love Google. I don't understand. I love both of these companies, and I think they're totally cool, and I don't, I still am I can't believe that this has happened. And so when I first saw it, I was like, man, I'm going, you know, I was getting a little ego stuff here. You know, I'm like, well, this is ridiculous. Like, how can they do this to me? You know, kind of thinking. But I mean, really, I was just like, how is this happening? And so, I mean, I was to where I was just thinking, well, you know, some of my first thoughts were, well, you know, I'm taking all this extra time, I'm making these videos, I'm editing, I'm doing all this extra stuff, I'm giving this stuff to people, and I'm not charging anything, you know, it's like, I should just stop. And I'm like, no. You know, I took some time and I thought about it. I mean, that was my first reaction, because when you haven't done anything wrong, and you're working towards something, and to basically, it's like getting fired from something when you're doing all the right stuff, you know, and so, my feelings were hurt, you know, I guess is what it is. And so, and then I thought about it, and it's like, you know what, like, this is such a small part of my stream. It's like so little. Like, I've been paid one time from it, and it's not a great payment, not a huge payment. I mean, it's way better than a sharp stick in the eye, but it's not a huge payment or anything. So, you know, I thought about it, and it's like, you know, the Google AdSense thing doesn't really matter that much. I mean, another thing I'm looking into later on is having apps built, and I would like to use Google AdSense, I'm sure, for the apps, which would be more important than on the YouTube channel at this point, because I mean, it's still a small YouTube channel and it wasn't bringing that much revenue in. So, you know, it's definitely not worth cheating on. I mean, but so I thought about it, and it's like, you know what, that would be a great disservice to you guys if I was just like, well, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm pulling all my YouTube videos off of here. And, you know, it's really not worth it to me. And, you know, I want to say also thank you everybody who's ever clicked an affiliate link on my channel, whoever has purchased any affiliate products that I show on here and that I share with you, because that really helps out a lot, and it helps to motivate me to keep this going and to just, you know, to do it. And I know the stuff I'm putting out there, it's good. So I just want to thank you, you know, for if you've ever spent any money on any of the products or any of the services that I've suggested in the past. So I do want to say thank you on that. And, you know, so anyway, so I was thinking about everything, and I took some time, because I was really, you know, when you're treated like a criminal when you've done nothing wrong, it's really tough. So but I got over that, and I was just like, you know what, that's such a small thing, and I'll be fine. I can live without Google AdSense. I mean, I have my whole life, right? Like, I've been paid once from them. But so I thought about it, and it's like, you know, even this YouTube thing, like right now my Amazon business is the thing, the biggest income stream I have going right now. Now, if Amazon would have said, hey buddy, you're closed up, you know, then I would have been concerned. But you know, the Amazon thing is the biggest thing. And, you know, one time I heard Anthony Robbins say, you know, I made all my money on my books. Like, my books have gone so big, I've sold so many that I can, I don't ever have to work again. But he said, you know, he gets like 90% of his money from book sales and product sales, and 10% of his money is from the seminars and stuff that he puts on. He was like, but, you know, I get the most for myself from the seminars, like, not money-wise, but just it gives him the most satisfaction to help. And that really, like, the YouTube thing, I am so surprised, like, how cool this has been to talk with people who have just started going through FBA, or they're starting a business, or, you know, they're seeing the light and they see that we have this great opportunity in this country. And so for me, like, the YouTube thing, I'm not going to stop the YouTube thing. It's a big thing for me. But you know, I guess my whole point is that you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket, you know, because something like this can happen. And now I've still got, you know, other streams coming in, and, you know, this isn't totally detrimental to me. And like I said, maybe I'll get my Google AdSense account back. If you guys know anyone at Google, hey, I would not mind if I get it in, because they don't let you can't even get a phone number. You can't get anyone to email beforehand or during, or, I mean, it's really amazing. So, yeah, I guess the big thing, you know, one other thing, there is a book called Built to Last that I read a couple years back. I was looking for my copy here and I couldn't find it, but it's about companies like that are basically close to the same, but one thrives and one dies or whatever. And one of the companies that they talked about is 3M. I'm sure you've heard of them. Like, they do the Post-it notes, they do like the tape, like Like Scotch tape is a 3M product. I don't know, can you see that 3M? I mean, they're all over the place. They do sanding discs and masking tape for painters and plastic masking, like all kinds of stuff. They do tons of stuff. And they started out as a company that they were a failed mining company, and they're sitting around like they were to the end of their rope, and all of the shareholders, and they got all the employees and stuff in there too. They were down to the point where they're asking employees, like, what can we do here? Does anyone have any ideas? Because basically we didn't find anything. One of the guys ended up saying, hey, you know, all the, I don't know what they call it, the leftover stuff from the mine, all that rubble stuff over there, he's like, you know, we could use that and glue it to paper and like make sandpaper. So that's how 3M got like reinvented. And from there on, they decided, you know, we're not going to have this ever happen again where we're putting all of our focus into one thing and have it happen where we just get, you know, maybe something happens where we get the legs pulled out from under us on this one thing. So they're spread out. If you start looking into 3M, they are spread out into tons of stuff. Safety equipment. I mean, they're into all kinds of stuff. So basically, if an economy goes bad in one thing, just one small part of their sector is hurt. They're never going to be hurt so bad because they're like Amazon with the Kindle and the book. You know, they started out with books and then they went to, I mean, they have tons now. They're in everything. Like, they're not going to be hurt if one little segment gets taken away from them because they have huge amounts of, you know, fingers out into everything. So anyway, yeah, that's my biggest thing about, you know, all your eggs in one basket. So for yourself, even, you know, if you're doing the Amazon thing, I mean, if you're just starting to get it figured out really well and start doing it really well to where it's like, you know, second nature, to where you don't even have to think about it and you're just doing your Amazon thing. But once you get to that point, you know, start looking around and see if is there another way to start, you know, because especially with FBA, it's one of those things where you can work at a small amount of time and it's still working for you in the background. And with all that extra time that you have, that you're not working your FBA, you can start doing another thing. You can start doing another thing. I mean, we live in a time when there's tons of stuff out there you can do. Like I'm going to do Kindle, you know. I'm going to look into having apps built later. I mean, that's a way later down the road. But, you know, there's tons of stuff you can do out there. So just be weary of that, you know. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You know, keep rocking your Amazon business. But once you get to a place, you know, I guess the worst thing that you could do is put all your eggs in one basket and just have a job. You know, I mean, because you can get fired from that. That's like you put all your time, all your skills, all your resources into a job, and you have this person that's not you deciding whether or not you're going to have that job. So, hey, I guess, you know, losing an AdSense thing is a lot less than like losing my income and losing a job and a career or whatever. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through this, hey, thanks a lot. And again, I really do appreciate that you've stuck around, that you've watched the videos. You know, anybody who's purchased anything through affiliate links, thank you so much. You know, that helps out a ton. It helps me keep this thing going. And yeah, I want to thank you. I'm super grateful for you, and I'm not going to just quit making videos. And I'm going to keep doing this, and hopefully Google figures it out. That I don't know what I honestly, I wish they would give me some kind of idea of what they think I did. So, but anyway, you know, maybe they'll figure it out, and if they don't, that's fine. I'll just do another stream, you know, just keep rocking this thing. So anyway, hey, thanks again for watching. Videos aren't going to be like this very often. This kind of stuff doesn't happen. I know this is super long. I don't even know how long, but videos like this aren't going to happen very often. If you're just coming to the channel, this is something that's just out there. I wanted to get a video out because, you know, not I hate Google, I hate YouTube, nothing like that. Like, I love them both, but I just want to get that video out so that you can understand the kind of thing that I'm going through and learn from it, and not and realize that, you know, if you have more than one stream, you know, if one stream dries up, that's fine. You still got the others going. So again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please thumbs up down below and give me a comment. You know, do you know anything about this stuff? Have you heard of anybody going through the Google AdSense thing and having it taken away or whatever? Or maybe you have and you've come out the other side. I don't know, just anything. Maybe you've got a story about putting all your eggs in one basket that could help out the other viewers, and you know, that you might be willing to share down below. That would be great too. Also, you know, if you like what you see and you want to see more of it, again, this is not a normal video, but if you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe up here, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks again for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate you. Take care.